Hey there, Seahawks. It's Miss Adams, and in this video, we're going to talk about box plots and percentiles. All right, a box plot or a box and whisker plot is a diagram using a number line to break the data up into groups of 25%. Those are called quartiles. It identifies the minimum, maximum, lower quartile, upper quartile, and the median. All right, and so this is kind of what it looks like. Again, each little section, so you have a whisker, a box, and a whisker. Each section is 25%. The box itself, like the two pieces in the middle, make up 50%. The lower quartile is often called quartile 1. The upper quartile is often called quartile 3. The median is actually quartile 2, but we don't usually call it that because the median makes more sense. Percentile is a measure used in statistics indicating the value below which a given percentage of observations in a group of observations fall. For example, the 30th percentile is the value below which 30% of the observations may be found. Percentiles are easily found using an ogive or a cumulative frequency graph. Okay, so this is called a cumulative frequency graph or an ogive graph. So you can look at the 30% and then go over and down, and you can see that it's 6.5 time in hours. So 30%, we got that from 3,000 out of 10,000 would be 30%. So 30% of the time, people get, I don't know what this is about, maybe like less than 6.5 hours of sleep, or I don't know what it is measuring, but time in hours. All right, create a box plot. So I have my numbers. I'm going to start by putting them in order from least to greatest. And then I'm going to find my median, which should be the middle. So I have 10 numbers. So it's going to be in between the fifth and sixth number, which my fifth number is 25. My sixth number is 25. So my median is 25. I'm going to find the median of the lower half of the data, which would be 16. That would be quartile 1 or my lower quartile. I'm going to find the median of the upper half of the data, which would be quartile 3 or my upper quartile. And I'm also going to identify my minimum and my maximum. And I have a number line. I'm just going to put these points right above those numbers on the number line. So my minimum is 15. Quartile 1 is at 16. My median is at 25. Quartile 3 is at 26. And my maximum is at 28. And then I'm going to connect them. So it's a whisker, a box, and a whisker. And there's my box plot. All right, another box plot, I'm going to put the numbers in order from least to greatest. I'm going to find the median. This time I have an odd number of numbers. So my median is its own number, and that's the middle. I'm going to find the median of the lower half. Well, it's in between two numbers. It's in between 2 and 2. So quartile 1 is 2. The upper half, it's in between two numbers, 3 and 4. So I have to add those. 3 plus 4 makes 7, divided by 2 makes 3.5. My minimum is 1. My maximum is 6. All right, so I'm going to put those dots on my number line. So my minimum is at 1. My quartile 1 is at 2. Well, my median is also at 2. Quartile 3 is at 3.5. And my maximum is at 6. All right, so this looks a little bit strange because I don't have the box and the box, because I have the one box is everything is all at 2. So I have 50% of the data is between 2 and 3.5. I also have 25% is just between 2 and 2. The first box. All right, from the ogive or the cumulative frequency display, you can see that the 62nd percentile corresponds to a score of 1,600. This is SAT scores. They want us to interpret it. So 62% of SAT scores are at or below a score of 1,600. Right? And some resources will say at or below. Some will say strictly below. So just be cautious of that. Hopefully they won't give you a multiple choice question that has both of those options, because it differs on the different text. All right, Use the ogive to find the age that corresponds to the 75th percentile and interpret the results in context. So we have ages of the 50 most powerful women in their percentile, and then the ages at the bottom. So they want us to find the 75th percentile. So if I go to the 75th percentile area and I go across, then I go down, it looks like it's at about 61.5 years old. So 75% of the most powerful women are 61 and a half years old or younger, because it's everything below that. All right, go Seahawks.